Hey everybody, Chris with Night of Living Card Games, back again to continue my campaign through Age of Apocalypse. So, continuing on, I'm changing heroes in and out through each scenario. So, I'm on to scenario 3, Apocalypse. So, I will be taking Iceman through this. So, I just opened up and sleeved my Iceman pack before, found a deck on Marvel CDB. Looks like Nelson all over made this one. It's a leadership Iceman deck, so thank you, Nelson, for providing this one. And I've got everything set up here. So with the side scheme missions that I've already taken care of, I've got the I was able to put a copy of Desperate Measures into my deck, and then also the support, which I chose Night Nurse on. Got everything set up here. I think the only thing I have to do, I had to pick a random prelate, and that was Mikhail Rasputin. I am evacuating the survivors, which I think I actually need to shuffle something into my deck here. Let's see here. Evacuate survivors. Each player shuffles a copy of Panicked Refugees into their deck. Yep. So I do need to go do that. Panicked Refugees. There we go. So I got that all set up. And I think, taking a look here, so campaign setup, we've got the Age of Apocalypse modular set in there, yep. Randomly select a mission, did that. Select the Overseer, Sugarman, yep. Take control of the mission card, yep. And then we get to search our deck for an ally and add it to our hand. And then we can start doing some cards and stuff. So, all right, got that shuffled up a little bit, but I'm going to have to shuffle it up more. So let's see, who do I want in here to start with? Let's see here. Maybe Shadowcat. I would love somebody with piercing to take out the toughness there, but I don't think I've got anybody that does that. So actually, I'm just going to take a snow clone because they're cheap, and all I want to do is use them for attacking and damage soaks. So let us use that. So we're going to start with snow clone in my hand, and I get to draw 5 more. Chill out, superpower training, team building exercise, def focus, and an Arctic attack. All right, kind of like Arctic attack. That seems good. I want to keep the snow clone. That is a superpower, so I think def focus is good. I'm gonna pitch team building and superpower training for right now. I'm going to hold off on chill out for the moment as well, and we are going to draw 3 more. Build support, Pixie, and another Arctic attack. Alrighty, let's get this going. So let us flip up to Iceman form. Alright, so I am going to have Iceman do a basic attack on Rasputin to take out his tough card. And then when I make a basic attack or defense against an enemy, attach a set-aside copy of Frostbite to them. So there we go. So now I think we're going to spend one of these Arctic attacks for a def focus. I'm not going to have enough to get the snow clone out, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're going to use Def Focus and Pixie to play Arctic Attack, and it says deal. So I either choose deal 4 damage to an enemy and attach a set-aside copy of Frostbite to it, or deal 6 damage to an enemy with Frostbite attached. I will be choosing to do 6 damage to Rasputin, which takes him out. And part of the reason for that is I can't remove any threat from this until while there are prelates out. Yeah, what the heck. We're going to spend the snow clone to get a build support out. Just because why not? That's about all I can do. So we're going to ready up and draw up the 5. In energy, where were you last turn? Night Nurse, Ice Blast, Beak, and make the call. Alright. So we are going to, so villain phase, we're getting 2 on the main because of this acceleration icon. He is coming to attack. Do I defend? Do I just take it? You know, we're just going to take it. So he's attacking for 2. Star, attach his card to Apocalypse. He gains Retaliate 1 and Stalwart. So, okay. I'll take Steady out because I can't get rid of him, this card, until I get through all of these extra side schemes. So I take 2 damage. 1, 2, and now we get an encounter card, which is Wolf Among Sheep. The Prelate minion activates against you, otherwise Apocalypse activates against you. Well, he is activating against me. Well, shoot. Just debating on on if I want to defend, or is that 1 thwart going to be useful? So pardon me. So I got to make the call, so I'm just seeing what ally I can pull in. Pixie, a snow clone, and that is it. So I'm not going to be able to thwart a ton. Yeah, we're just going to take it. That's fine. So 2. Star. After this activation resolves, place 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past. Right. So I take 2 damage. 1, 2. Alright, so my turn now. We're going to make the call with energy. I guess to pull out Pixie, who after you play for your hand, so that doesn't apply. So we got Pixie in play. I am going to spend Ice Blast and Night Nurse to get Beak out. So Beak says response, after you play Beak from your hand, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each X-Men ally you control. So I control 2. So let us... So I'm debating. So I could clear this out, but that's going to bring another Prelate minion out and a double acceleration icon. So I can clear that, and then I have to kill the Prelate, which I probably can do. Or do I just keep the Age of Apocalypse down? No, let's chance it. We're going to take out Heart of the Empire. So when defeated, the first player reveals a random set-aside prelate minion and then deal each other player an encounter card. Flip this card over. So the Tower and Cathedral. 2 acceleration icons. Threat cannot be removed while a prelate minion is in play, and the first player reveals a random set-aside. When defeated, etc., etc. Same thing. So we go up to 3 threat. And now we have a double acceleration icon. And now we got to get a random set-aside prelate. Mr. Sinister, who has Retaliate 1 and Toughness. Well, that is going to be obnoxious. And Villainous. Retaliate 1 is going to mess me up. Alright, so... problem is... I take them out. Do I deal with that? Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack Mr. Sinister, which takes out the tough, but it does attach a frostbite onto him, so he is a 0/0 villainous right now. I'm going to have Pixie and Beak take 2 threat off the main, taking that down to 1. And I think that is going to be it for me for this turn. So we're going to ready everything up. Draw up the 5. Frozen Solid. Power Belt. Nice. Uncanny X-Men. An Ice Blast. And Make the Call. Okay. Take a look at these. All right. So we are getting 1, 2, 3 onto the main. So we're up to 4 out of 9. Apocalypse comes to attack. We'll have Beak jump in front of it. So 2. Star, put a Pursuit by the Pass counter in. Beak is defeated. I'm going to take Mr. Sinister's hit. That's fine. So he's coming in for 0 plus a boost. 0. So I take nothing. Nice. And then this goes away. And now we get an encounter card, which is... Biomorphing attached to Apocalypse, and his attacks gain overkill. Alright, I'm going to have to build support out of the way here. Just to... So +1 attack, overkill. Getting my tokens appropriately out there, so that's problematic. Alright, so my turn. I got so I think trying to figure out if I can get an ally out or not. And I don't think I'm going to be able to. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend Make the Call and Frozen Solid to get my Power Belt out, which does give me +3 hit points. 1, 2, 2, 3. I am now going to use Power Belt, Def Focus, and Uncanny X-Men to play Ice Blast. Choose a player. I choose me. Attach a set-aside copy of Frostbite to the villain, and each minion engage to that player. Okay. Frostbite. Frostbite. Attach. Deal 3 damage to each enemy with a copy of Frostbite attach. Okay. This is not an attack, so I don't have to worry about retaliate. So Mr. Sinister or Apocalypse takes 3, but that's just takes out the tough card. And then Mr. Sinister takes 3. And then we'll have Pixie come and deal the last 2 to him, since Apocalypse now has overkill. There's really no reason to keep her around. Oops. So you are out. So now I gotta. Oh, and Pixie has been taken out. I guess I'm gonna thwart for 1 off this thing just to try to keep it down. And then we're ready up and draw 5. Shadowcat, nice. Triage, Chill Out, Make the Call, and Frozen Solid. Okay. Alright, so I got a plan for next turn. If everything goes fine, I can chill out to clear out some stuff, and then Shadowcat can come into play and do some stuff for me. Alright. Villain phase, we're getting 1, 2, 3, so we're at 6 of 9. He is coming to attack. So he's attacking for a base of 2. I'll just take it. So it's 2 + 1 - 1. So 2. Star. Deal 1 damage to an ally at the mission. Nope. Give the activating enemy an additional boost card. So 0 there. So still 2. 3, 4, 5. Ouch. And then Frostbite goes away. And now we get an encounter card, which is Wolf Among Sheep. When revealed, the Prelate minion activates against you. Otherwise, Apocalypse activates against you. Well, I'm going to have to defend now, which does put a Frostbite on him. So he's coming back for 2. Oh, hang on a second. 2, 3. I defend for 2, so I take 1. Ugh, that's not great. Okay. All right, so we are going to go 1, 2 to play Chill Out. I'm debating on if I want to. The problem is I just can't. I just can't justify that. Can I? Hang on a second. I gotta look to see what supports I even have here. So it is 3 or less, so that wouldn't work. Ooh, the X-Jet, that would be nice. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. So we are going to chill out. We're gonna take 3 from a scheme. So we are gonna take build support, which means I get to go look for a support that is 3 or less and put it into play. And I think it is going to be an X-Jet, because Iceman is an expensive character. And then attach a set-aside copy of Frostbite to an enemy. Okay. We are now going to use the X-Jet, Frozen Solid, and Make the Call to play Shadowcat. Since I have the X-Men trait, I can. After you play Shadowcat from your hand, choose a side scheme in play. I'm going to choose Citadel, and that scheme loses each acceleration, crisis, hazard, and the other one that just gives a +1 that I'm drawing a blank on the name of. Sorry about that. Loses it for the end of for this round. So this isn't going to count. So I think that's a good thing. And then we're going to have Shadowcat take 2 off of that. And then I guess I'm going to flip down. All right. Response. After you change this form, shuffle 1 ice card from your discard pile into your deck for each copy of Frostbite in play. There is 1, so I get to do 1. I think I am going to take my thwarting ice card back in because I am going to need all that help I can get. All right, and now we're done. We're going to ready up. I think I'm going to leave Triage out just for that potential heal. Okay. 5 more. So we get a team building exercise, a chill out, a strength, a utopia, and another chill out. Okay. All right. So, villain phase. We get 1 on the main. This does not trigger because of Shadowcat. He is scheming for 1 plus a boost. So that is 1 star. Place 1 threat on the mission side scheme and give him an extra activation. No joy. Okay, so still 1 star. Give the Prelate a tough status card. Otherwise, give Apocalypse a tough status card. Okay, sure. So just 1. So we are at 6 out of 9. And now we get an encounter card, which is an Infinite Soldier. Gene Pool is not there, so nothing comes into play with that. Guard. Well, I don't really care about that. Okay. So I can get this out free with Power Belt and Def Focus. I could get Team Building Exercise out. And then I could get Triage out and heal up and yeah. Okay. All right, so I am not going to heal. We're just going to flip up. I'm going to spend Def Focus and Power Belt to play Chill Out, remove 3 threat from a scheme. We are going to do it from here, so 2, 3. And attach a set-aside copy of Frostbite to an enemy that's going on Apocalypse. I really need to get buy the same token Frostbite tokens so I don't have to deal with the cards, and that'll be so much nicer. Okay, we are going to spend Strength to get a Utopia out. We are going to attack for 2 on the Infinite Soldier, which gives a Frostbite over here. We are going to okay. So now is my difficulty. So I could get Team Building Exercise would be great because that just makes things cheaper. Or I can get Triage out to heal and ready me. And yeah, I think I need to do that. So X-Jet and Team Building Exercise brings out Triage. After he enters play, heal 2 damage from an X-Men. So I will be healing it for myself. Utopia triggers, which readies me. And then we're going to have Triage do the last damage on the soldier. We will have Shadowcat take 2 off the main, and Iceman is going to take 1 off of this. We're going to hold on to chill out for next turn, and I think that's everything, so... Alright, so 5. So Weapon X, Snow Clone, the Triskelion, and an Ice Slide. Okay, so villain phase, we get 1, 2, 3, so we're back up to 4 here. He is coming to attack. I'm going to have Iceman defend on this, so he's attacking for 2, +1, -1, so 2, 3, 4. So I defend 2, so I take 2, 1, 2. He loses the frostbite, but because I defended... Actually... No, that's an interrupt, so actually I got a second copy of him. So I only take 1, and then both copies go away. Okay, and now we get a encounter card, another Infinite Soldier. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so just debating what I do. I think I want to get Ice Slide down and my Snow Clone. If I do that, the problem is, well, I guess I'll have Snow Clone be able to take a hit for me. Yeah, we're gonna try it. We are gonna try it. Not in great shape right now, but if I do that, oof. Yeah, but so I'm just looking. So I really want to clear this, but it's got another stage to it. So I'm wondering if I just hold for another turn. Do I hold for another turn? I think I need to. Alright, so we're going to have Def Focus and Power Belt is going to play Chill Out. So I'm going to take 3 off of this one. And then I'm going to attach Frostbite to the Infinite Soldier. I am going to play X-Jet and Weapon X to bring out a Snow Clone, who is an X-Men, so I get to ready Iceman. And then Snow Clone is going to attack the Infinite Soldier for 2, but I take -1 consequential damage because it has Frostbite on it. So I don't take any damage there. I think Triage is going to clear out this last threat there and go away. I think I'm going to hold on to Shadow Cat, because Infinite Soldier doesn't matter because I'm going to flip down and I am going to heal up for 4. And I think next turn I will get my Ice Slide out because that'll give me +1s across the board. I'll pitch the Triskelion. I'll keep Ice Slide. We'll ready everything up. So Ice Slide, Ice Wall, Cryokinetic Perception, Genius, Desperate Measures, and a Panicked Response. Or Panicked refugees. All right, force response. After this card enters your hand, reveal it, then draw one card. Okay. So it replaces itself with Hope Summers. Right, unfortunately. Ooh. It does give me an acceleration icon. So we get 1 plus 3 acceleration icons. So this goes up to 4. Apocalypse schemes for 2 plus a star, and I'm confused. Brilliant. Infinite Soldier schemes for 0 because of Frostbite, and then Frostbite goes away. And now we get our encounter card, which is Culling the Weak. Place 4 threat on Gene Pool. Is Gene Pool supposed to be out? Did I miss this? Let me check this real quick. Is Gene Pool a permanent side scheme? Did I miss that? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a permanent side scheme. I messed that up. We'll just lie and say that I kept it under, I had got it under, yeah, it is what it is. I screwed up. I'm not going to replay the game. So we will put it there and place 4 threat. I don't know. I guess we'll do 7 threat on here. We'll say it was under 3 because I didn't get quick struck, I guess. And obviously this is all wrong. I should have put more threat on there, but again, I'm not going to go, I'm not going to redo the whole game, so. All right, so my turn. All right, well, I guess I have to exhaust my identity to get rid of this thing, and I get to remove it from the game. That is a shame. We're gonna flip ourselves up. All right, so I think, but Ice Light doesn't give me a lot of benefit right now, so. All right, well, first things first. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get an ice wall up, because I don't want to be taking a bunch of damage here, so I definitely don't want that. Okay. Can't get all of these things out. So question is, do I get Ice Slide? I think here's what I'm going to do. We are going to use Def Focus and Hope Summers to get my Ice Slide out. So I am a +1 attack, +1 thwart, +1 defense. And I'm aerial until I change the alter ego. I'm going to spend 1 to put Desperate Measures on Shadowcat, so she gets +1 thwart, +1 attack, +1 hit points. As much as I would like to have put Cryokinetic Perception into play, that's not going to be useful for me right now. So I'm going to attack, or not attack, I'm going to thwart 3 off the main. And then I'll have Snow Clone take out the soldier. And it did not have Frostbite on it, so he takes 1 back. And that is that. We're going to ready ourselves up. Let's see if we can get this stuff under control. I think I'm going to get a second. Yep. 1, Angel, Professor X, Mirage, Moira McTaggart. And 1 more. Last one is Hope Summers again. Okay, all right, so villain pays. We get 1, 2, 3 on the main, so we're at 6 and 9. Apocalypse comes to attack. I am just going to take it. So he has a 2, 3, 4. That goes onto my ice wall. There is not at least 8 damage there, so it sticks around. And then we get a side scheme. The Dark Riders. Hinder 1, so it's coming in with 3. Each Dark Rider minion gains toughness. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a Dark Rider minion is discarded, and reveal it. Ugh. Well, there we go. First one, Gauntlet. So it comes in with toughness. Whew. This is spicy. Okay, how do I want to do this? All right, so we are going to scheme to get rid of Confuse. Or Thwart to get rid of Confused. Hang on a second. I need to check something. I think Teamwork. Does Teamwork actually... I forget the new Teamwork. I thought it only happens if there's another one that comes out with Teamwork, but let me just make sure. Teamwork. After a minion with Teamwork enters plays or engages a player, if there's at least one other minion that specifies a trait. No. Okay. So, since there isn't, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, okay. All right, so I can bring Professor X into play. That would just be 1, 2, 3. I won't have enough for anything else if I want to put Professor X into play, which I do. All right, so we are going to use the X-Jet. Angel and Mirage to get Professor X out. Professor X is going to trigger Utopia, so Iceman stands up. And then I can confuse a villain, not useful. Stun a minion, that seems useful. Or ready an X-Men, there's nobody to ready, so. Okay. Let us... We're going to have Professor X, I guess, get rid of the Dark Riders. Shadowcat is going to get rid of 3 off of the Age of Apocalypse and get taken out from Consequential. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to attack for 3 on Gauntlet to get a frostbite on him. And then the ice clone, sand clone, the ice clone will attack for 2, but does not take consequential because of that frostbite. All right, and that is about all I can do there. I think I'm going to get rid of Moira McTaggart. I'm going to hold on to Hope Summers because I'm really hoping to be able to get her into the mission as a 2/2. So we'll draw 4 more. Make the call, another Snow Clone, Uncanny X-Men, and another Make the Call. All right, villain phase. We are getting 1, 2, 3 on the main. Apocalypse is coming to attack. I guess the question is, do I defend or not? Debating about throwing Professor X in the way and just admitting that Gene Pool is never going to go away. I think I'm just going to have to do that. So he's attacking for 3. Oh, no, he's got Overkill, though. Never mind. So I'm going to defend for 3, and that does give a Frostbite, so he's only attacking for a base of 2. 3, 4, so I take 1, and Frostbite goes away. Gauntlet would attack, but he is stunned. And now we get a encounter card, which is an Infinite Soldier, which has guard. Oh, hang on a second. I don't take any of that. So I would not have defended because I forgot about Ice Wall. So that was... He would not have had Frostbite, so it would have been 5, which would have knocked out my Ice Wall. Okay, so I don't take any damage and I'm still upright. And now we get an Infinite Soldier who has guard. And he gains Quick Strike. And also Surge. So, do I defend? Sure, we'll defend. No, I won't defend. I'm just going to take it. So I'll just take the 2. That's fine. 1, 2. And now he surges into an Agent of Apocalypse. Guard, when revealed, choose to either add Agent of Apocalypse to your mission area or it activates against you. Sure, let's put it in the mission area because I got to deal with that a whole nother day. All right, Professor X goes away. All right, so I am going to attack the Infinite Soldier for 3, which takes him out. I'm going to use my Power Belt and the X-Jet to get another Snow Clone in, which readies me, thanks to Utopia. And then Snow Clone and Snow Clone are going to attack and defeat Gauntlet. Because of Frostbite, neither one of them takes consequential damage. So that is that. So now, as much as I would love to get Hope Summers out and into the mission, I'm just going to have to make the call with 3. Actually, I am going to thwart 2 off of, let's get it off of Gene Pool. And then I'm going to spend 3 and make the call to get Professor X out, and I'm going to let him ready me up this time. Professor X will then take 3 off the main. And then I'm going to take another 2 off of this thing, I think. And we'll call that done. Ugh, this is just treading water right now. Triskelion, team building exercise, triage, cryokinetic perception, and a strength. All right, so we are once again getting 3 on the main. Maybe I just need to go after Apocalypse now. I think maybe that's what I need to do. Just blitz him down. Anyway. Okay, so he is coming to attack for a base of 3. I will defend, which puts a frostbite on him. So 2... Star, attach this card to Apocalypse, so he now gets +1 scheme. So 2, I'm defending for 3, so I don't take anything. And now we get an encounter card, which is Dark Designs. Place 1 pursued on pursuit by the past. If it has any counters on it, which it does, the villain schemes. That's a problem. I think I just lost. Okay, so scheme is 2, 3, and it says after he schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme. So 3, 4, which puts me at 10, and then we get 1 here and 1 here. I'm assuming when it would be defeated, I don't have another one after this. So I gotta believe. Oh, when the main threat is when the main scheme is completed. Sorry, remove all threat from it, ignoring any crisis icons. Remove this card from the game and reveal Apocalypse 3. Okay, so all the threat goes away. So Apocalypse just bumps up. Okay, so he is still tough, overkill, stalwart, and retaliate. All right. So yeah, that was the thing. So Professor X goes away. All right, so I'm just trying to figure out what I can do here. So if I get triage into play, and if I get, so I would want team building exercise, then I can triage that, then yes. Okay. Got a plan, got a plan, got a plan. Okay, so we are spending strength to get a team building exercise out. I'm going to use team building exercise and the Triskelion to get out triage, which heals me for 2. Then, which triggers Utopia, which readies me. Then we are going to use Def Focus and the X-Jet to get my cryokinetic perception out. I'm going to consolidate a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to have Triage hit the tough off, which with Retaliate takes out Triage. Iceman is going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3, and takes 1 and Retaliate back and gets to put Frostbite on. Now I am going to use the Perception to draw a card. If it's an ice, and it is, I get to ready Iceman. Okay, if only I had one more resource to do. That's okay, though. All right, let's do it again. Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. I get to put another Frostbite on you. I don't get to do Cryokinetic Perception again because that's only a 1. Oh, and I take 1 inconsequential. Okay. Yeah, let's have the Snow Clone hit for 2. Nope, wrong one. Takes you out because of the Retaliate. And then this Snow Clone will attack for 2. Oops. Which I believe doesn't trigger Retaliate because I defeat. So Force Interrupt. When Apocalypse will be defeated, discard each of the attachments from him and heal all damage from him instead. And remove X threat from this scheme. Doesn't matter. Okay, so all these go away. Which means Retaliate goes away as well. Retaliate, Overkill, and Stalwart. But he does have Steady. Well, I'll just try to remember that. Remove each attachment from him, but Frostbite are not attachments, so I didn't take any consequential damage from this because he has Frostbite attached, and Retaliate went away when I triggered, when I defeated him, so perfect. All right, so get him back up to 9. Apparently I should have focused on that a while ago. All right. And that is that. We are going to hold on to our Arctic attack. Draw 4 more. Chill out. Perfect. Frozen Solid. Chill out. And an Ice Blast. Okay. All right, so we're getting 3 on the main. He is coming to attack. I am just going to take it because he is currently at 0 plus a boost. So 0 star, I am stunned. Well, that's unfortunate. Don't take any damage, but I am stunned. And then we get an encounter card, which is Dark Designs, which puts it here, which means I got to go get stuff. So I'm going to pause this real quick because I haven't actually sleeved. I did not sleeve up my Nemesis set. I was really hoping, really hoping that it wouldn't come to this. So I gotta get this sleeved up and shuffled up. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm just shuffling things up, shuffling the other cards in there. So we got Pyro comes out, who gets Quick Strike, and then we got another acceleration icon on that scheme. Okay, so Frostbite goes away because he activated. Pyro, I will put 1 on my clone, and I will take 2. 1, 2. Okay. All right, well, that changes things a lot. So what I was hoping to do was clear this off, be able to attack the prelate that's out, and then Arctic attack them and just clear them out and then focus on clearing that next turn. But clearly, that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do team building exercise, power belt, and def focus to play Ice Blast for free. Choose a player, myself, attach a set-aside copy of Frostbite to the villain and each minion engaged to that player. Dink, dink. And deal 3 damage to each enemy with a copy of Frostbite attached. So 3 to Apocalypse. And then 3 to Pyro. And now Snow Clone can attack Pyro for 2, defeating him and not taking consequential damage because of the Frostbite. All right. So I can chill out. All right, so now it's just a matter of which one, how do I want to do this? I kind of want to flip down, although it will lose me my ice slide, but so be it. So if I do 1 and frozen solid for chill out and clear this out. When defeated, the player defeated this discards the top 3 cards of their deck and takes 1 indirect damage for each resource icon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's a shame. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that goes away. This might have been a mistake. Well, I guess I got a thwart to get this down. And then I got to flip down. And then we'll shuffle an ice card back into my deck. I think I'm going to shuffle Ice Wall back into my deck, and Ice Slide has to get shuffled in back in as well. I've got 3 other cards sitting here. I don't know why I didn't pick those up. Jeez. All this, and I haven't even touched the mission yet. Oof. All right, let's ready everything up. This is a bit of a grind here. I'm going to pitch Arctic Attack, but I'm going to keep Chill Out. Make the call. The Night Nurse. Oh, Night Nurse. Very nice. Ice Wall and Frozen Solid. Perfect. Okay, that is going to be amazing to get rid of that stun. Fortunately, I don't have a X-Men ally, so I won't be able to ready up, but so be it. All right, so we're getting 3 on the main to go up to 4 total. He goes to Scheme, so it's 1 minus 1. So 2, 5, minus 1, so 4. Oof, almost popped that thing. And now we get an encounter card, which is Hot-Headed. Give to the Bobby Drake player. Force response. After you attach a Frostbite upgrade to an enemy, take 1 damage. Alter ego action. After you make a basic recovery, discard this card. Well, good thing that's what I have to do. So, first things first, let us recover for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which discards this card. Okay, we are now going to flip ourselves up. We're going to use the X-Jet to get the Night Nurse down. I will then use the Night Nurse to heal a damage and remove a status card. Perfect. All right. I've got to make the call in my hand, so I'm going to just take a look to see what allies I've got out here. Bring in a snow clone. Triage wouldn't be terrible either, just to heal some damage, ready me up. Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out, can I clear this? Well, I gotta take some of that out, unfortunately. Or that's gonna pop. I really don't want that. Oh, I think I gotta give him 1 more hit point. I don't think I put him up to 10. I think I only put him up to 9. So I do have a... Okay. So... take that map. Just trying to figure out how I can... Professor X back in. Oh, no. From your hand. Dang it. Shadowcat would have been brilliant, because then I could ignore that for the turn. Okay, so maybe Professor X. And get that out for free. I won't have enough. I don't have enough cards to do all that, do I? Because I'm not going to be able to use team building or something. Nice. So that would be free. Need that, so I wouldn't be able to get that out. Ugh, decisions. I'm on some analysis paralysis right now. Okay. So what I could do is I could chill out to do that. Keep Arctic Attack in my hand, but then I still wouldn't have enough. Still wouldn't have enough to keep Arctic Attack in my hand, though, is the problem. Oh, bother. Bother. Let's see, do I have enough to take out Apocalypse? Would I have enough to take out Apocalypse? No, I would need to be able to stand up. I have any 2-cost. Okay, so yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to make the call with Frozen Solid and Ice Wall to go get Triage. And after he enters play, I get to heal 2 damage. That does trigger Utopia, which readies me. Alright, so I still have Arctic Attack and Chill Out. I'm going to attack Apocalypse for 2. 1, 2. 2, which gives a Frostbite, which I'm going to use my Cryokinetic Perception to see it is an ice. Nice. Okay, I am now going to use Def Focus and Team Building Exercise to do Arctic Attack, so I get to deal 6 damage to an enemy with Frostbite. So that is 6 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that takes him out. Force. When Apocalypse would be defeated, discard each attachment from him, heal all damage from him instead, remove X threat from the scheme, where X is the printed hit point. So, okay. So this completely clears out. And he's back up to 10. Alright, I will have the Snow Clone hit for 2 on Apocalypse, just because Frostbite's there, so I don't have to do anything there. Alright, we're going to have Triage. Take 1 off of that. Or... no, you know what? Woo. No, we're going to do it that way. We're going to do it that way. And so we've got Ice Blast and Chill Out in our hand. I think we're going to hold on to them and just ready everything up. Two, draw 3 more. Ice Blast, Chill Out, Ice Slide, Beak, and Energy. Okay. Got some stuff we can do there. Alright, so we are getting 3 on the main. He is coming to attack. I'll just take it. So 3 minus 1. So he's attacking for base of 2. 3. I'll just take it. 1, 2, 3. And Frostbite goes away. And now we get our encounter card, which is Pyro's Flamethrower. Attached to Pyro. If not, it surges into Burn. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. And take 1 indirect damage for each resource icon discarded this way. Okay, 1, 2. Just 2. So I guess I'm just going to take it. 2. Oof. Okay. Yep. I think it's time. Gotta chill out. Yep. Okay, so we are going to use Team Building Exercise and the X-Jet to play Beak. After you play Beak from your hand, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each. Oh, actually, before I do that, let me thwart for 1. Sure, let's thwart for 1. Actually, no, we'll punch for 2 into Apocalypse. And we'll put that back at 3. So now we get to remove 1 threat from a scheme for each X-Men ally you control. 1, 2, 3. So we are going to clear this out. So when defeated, the first player reveals a random set-aside prelate minion and then reveal the Tyrant's Throne. So, okay, who we got? We've got the Shadow King. Prelate's Throne is here. So 4 threat and a triple acceleration icon. Okay, toughness. Oh, when I put Beak into play, sorry. Utopia triggered and Iceman readied. Okay. So Beak is going to attack for 1 to get rid of the toughness. We are now going to use Def Focus, my power belt. Okay, hang on a second. Maybe not. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend energy to get my ice slide down, so we're +1s across the board. We are then going to punch the Shadow King for 3. Use my freeze ability to put a frostbite on him. Use my perception to... It is an ice, so I get to draw that. I get an encounter card. Okay, so now Snow Clone's going to attack for 2 and not take consequential damage because of Frostbite. So that is defeated. We are now going to do Def Focus and Power Belt to chill out, remove 3 threat from a scheme, taking it down to 1, and then Triage will clear it out. Taking out Triage. All right, when defeated, the first player reveals a random set-aside Prelate minion, which there's only 1 left, and it is the Abyss. And now we flip this over and reveal no longer worthy, no longer worry, attach Apocalypse and heal 5 damage per player damage from him, so that does take him back up to full. Ignore the Force Interrupt on the main scheme, and Force Interrupt when Apocalypse is defeated, the players win the game. Right, so Chill Out is gone. Oh, I did not ready. Night Nurse will heal 1 with Night Nurse, because why not? Not a whole lot more I can do here. So I'm gonna, let me move Gene Pool up here. All right, so I think we're gonna flip down, which puts Ice Slide in a deck and one of my ice cards, which I've only got Chill Out there, so we're gonna do that. Maybe I don't want to flip down though, because that is a... Okay, now I'm rethinking things, because that's going to be a 2 plus a boost, 2. So that's a guaranteed 4 out of 10, taking us to 7 out of 10. We'll chance it. We'll chance it. We'll chance it. Okay, and that's everything shuffled in. I no longer have my pluses. Ready everything up. And we're going to hold on to Chill Out and Ice Blast, draw 4 more. Ice Wall, Team Building Exercise, Superpower Training, and an Arctic Attack. Alright, so Villain Phase, we only get 1 on the main. He is scheming for 2, plus a boost, 3. So we got a 3. And then the Abyss schemes for 2. So we are at 9 out of 10. And Force responds after he activates against you. Attach the top card of your deck to him face down. And he now gets plus 2 hit points. Right? And now we get 2 encounter cards. So, Culling the Weak. Place 4 threat on Gene Pool. Okay. And Burn. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. 3 if Pyro's in play and take indirect damage. So, 1, 2. Nope, wrong way. Okay. So my turn, huh? All right, first things first. Let's heal 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, oops, we're going to just heal another one. Okay, we're going to flip ourselves up. All right, we're going to have Beak attack and take the tough off there. Okay, we are going to use Def Focus and Power Belt to chill out. So remove 3 threat from a scheme. I'm going to do it from here. And attach a set-aside copy of Frostbite to an enemy. Oh, Beak is gone. Okay. So we will have the Snow Clone hit Abyss for 2. No consequential because of Frostbite. Then we are going to do Team Building Exercise, the X-Jet, and Superpower Training to do an Arctic Attack. I'm going to deal 6 damage here, which is enough to take them out. Goes away. Oh, Shadowcat, that would have been nice. All right. I don't have enough money for an ice wall, so we're going to spend 2 to just get another team building exercise out, because I got the cards for it. All right, that is all we're doing. We're going to ready ourselves up. Now I think I'm going to try to focus a little bit on the side scheme, the mission scheme, so hopefully I get some allies. Ice Slide, Make the Call, Frozen Solid, a Mirage, and a Make the Call. Oh, and that is there. Okay, so we get 1 on the main, coming up to 7 out of 10. He comes to attack us. I'm going to defend, which gives him a Frostbite card, which I'm going to see if I get an ice card. I do not. I've got all 3 of my Make the Calls, though. That's going to be useful. So he's attacking for 3, -1, so 2, 3. I'm defending for 2, so I take 1. And then Frostbite goes away. And now we get an encounter card, which is Worldwide Crisis. Choose to either place 3 threat on the mission side scheme or take 1 damage, and this card gains Surge. I don't think I'm going to make that. Okay, because I didn't want to flip that yet if I didn't have to. So, Since I've got 3 make the calls in my hand, who do I have? I have Shadowcat, which is nice. Beak, Snow Clone, or Triage. Kind of like the Shadowcat option. Okay. I'm going to use 1 team building exercise and Def Focus to get an Ice Slide back out. I have enough to do that. I could do team building, X-Jet, and Ice. Yeah. Okay, so I am going to play Make the Call, spending Make the Call, and Mirage to get Shadowcat back out. Since I didn't play her from my hand, so I don't get to do her extra stuff, but there's nothing out there right now for it. Anyway, she is then going to take 2 off of the main. That triggers Utopia, which readies me up. I am now going to use a team building exercise, the X-Jet, and a Power Belt to play Frozen Solid on Apocalypse. We are going to... Let's take 2 off of this thing. Just try to keep that down. And then see if I get some allies that I can throw in there. I might try once or twice, but I think... Unfortunately, I think I am going to just not be able to handle that mission. Get back up to 5. We've got to chill out. Desperate measures. Ice Blast, Weapon X, and a Strength. Yeah, no allies. I'm just gonna burn through Apocalypse next turn, I think. And just fail on the mission. That's fine. Alright, so we're getting 1 on the main. Apocalypse would initiate attack against me, but when attached enemy would activate, discard Frozen Solid instead, then attach a set-aside copy of Frostbite to the enemy. So, right, so he did not activate, and now we get 1 encounter card. Drawing near. Force response. After your turn begins, discard the top card of your deck. Place 1 pursuit counter on Pursued by the Past for each printed resource icon for that card. And then alter your action, discard an identity-specific card from your hand, and discard this card. Not really gonna matter. And I've got some hero cards in the encounter deck for some reason. Huh. Not sure how long those were in there. Alright, just another little last quick shuffle, and that's good enough. So yeah, I think it's time to just go to town. So we are going to use Weapon X to put a desperate measure on Shadowcat. Snow Clone is going to hit for 2 with no consequential damage. 1, 2. Shadowcat will hit for 2. 1, 2. I will hit for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to use team building exercise, Power Belt, and Depth Focus to play an Ice Blast. Choose a player. Put a set-aside copy of Frostbite on him, and then deal 3 damage to each enemy with a copy of Frostbite attached. 1, 2, 3. And hey, look at that. Apocalypse has been defeated. Congratulations, me. I did not take out that, so that let's see what happens. Evacuate survivors. Not defeated for the rest of the campaign. I must shuffle a copy of Panicked Refugees into their deck at the start of each game. Okay. So, did not do it, but that's okay. So there you go. That was Iceman versus Apocalypse. It was definitely a grind. I'm sure partially because I haven't played him before, so not sure of the best way to go after the cards. Clearly, I made a mistake early on. I should have been going after him more to take care of the main scheme rather than focus on the main scheme. So but it's a learning experience. It was fun. Definitely took a lot longer than a typical game. So anybody that made it this far, I salute you. Hats off to you. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the mistake with the gene pool. Didn't realize that was a permanent setup one. But hopefully you enjoyed it. I will be back again soon. My copy of Jubilee is sitting at the game store right now, but they are closed today, so I can't pick that up. But I will be picking that up shortly, and I will go take scenario 4, Dark Beast, against Jubilee, and see how that goes for me. So thank you as always for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Anything you want to see, just let me know in the comments. Anything I could have done better. Feel free to point out all the play mistakes I made, because I know I made a bunch. So, but otherwise, thank you very much, and everybody have a great day.